Oh, those who want to pull us backward, we tell them what? Oh.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your greatest support. Now, fellow Kenyans, we all must accept this, that what is happening in ODM right now, it's something that nobody ever imagined that would happen. Because even during Raila Amolo Odinga's tenure, or during the time that he was alive, such things did not happen. Such things were not happening. The confusions, wrangles here and there, now somebody should not speak his mind, everything. And in fact, right now, what I'm seeing in ODM, it's like ODM, just like I normally say that right now, ODM is just like, has remained to be those three-letter word, ODM. Oburu Odinga has got the letters, but now the other group has the supporters. That is what is happening right now. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I want us to listen to Ruth Odinga. Ruth Odinga was on KTN yesterday night. And when she was being interviewed, asked questions concerning Edwin Sifuna's decision, concerning ODM's decision to send Edwin Sifuna packing, there are several things that she talked about, which I've also been talking about here. And one of the things that I've always said is that despite the fact that Edwin Sifuna has been the Secretary General of ODM, and according to me, and according to the party, he has been the spokesperson of the party. Actually, that is what has been there. That Edwin Sifuna has been the spokesperson of ODM party, and also we also must accept that Edwin Sifuna as an individual. Let us leave alone, okay, as a Senate of Nairobi County, let us leave alone the fact that he's a spokesperson of ODM, as a SG of ODM. He's also as a person, as an individual. He must also have his own point of view. So Sifuna, when he was talking about what is happening, not supporting William Ruto, he was talking about it as an individual. So Ruth Odinga was asked this yesterday night, and I want you to listen to what Ruth Odinga said. But before listening to that, fellow Kenyans, let me just humbly request you that please take a moment, click the subscribe button if you are meeting for the first time. If you've not subscribed, because we might not be meeting for the first time, but if you've not subscribed, please subscribe so that any moment there's a video that has been uploaded, it will be very easy for you, and you will also get it in a better way. So please subscribe, and also don't forget to tell me where you are watching these videos from. If you're within the country, it is good to tell me which part of the country you're watching from. And if you're outside the country, I will also request that to tell me which country, or drop me the code of the country where you're coming from, or the flag of the country at the comment section. Please, let us listen to Ruth Odinga before we talk about more of this video. Listen to her.
You decide to go through the arbitration process, as you say, that his attempted ouster was not done through due process, as you say, using party values and structures and processes. But I just want to hear from you, Ruth, personally as Ruth. What do you make of Edwin Sifuna's conduct? Do you think he deserves any disciplinary action, if any? What are your thoughts about his conduct within the party in the recent weeks or months?
For me, as Ruth Odinga, and I don't think you should ask me as for that, because I'm actually a member of the executive of the party, is that Edwin Sifuna, like everybody else, has a right to speak out, and that is one of the systems of our country. But if he says something which the party feels is not is contrary to what the party ethos are, because there are things that him as Sifuna can say as Sifuna, but there's something that when the party has taken a decision on, and they probably think that one he should not be able to say contrary, because he's the Secretary General. There's a difference between being a Secretary General and a spokesperson for the party, and you as an individual speaking your own mind. Because you can have your own mind as an individual. Like me, Ruth, I have my own mind. Whether it's on 1 term or 2 term, I do have my own opinion. But then as the organizing secretary of the party of ODM, I am not allowed to come out to say that this is the decision we made and we agreed on it, and then now I'm changing and saying that although I agreed on it, I didn't whatever. So those are the things that the party is saying. He has to differentiate on that, on the other. But on his own as ODM, as Sifuna, I do say that Sifuna, as a person, has got his own strong mind, and he's also got the voice of the young people, he's got the voice of a lot of Kenyans, and as a party, it's welcomed. It's welcome for him to have that.
I want to hear from you clearly, Ruth, even as Member of Parliament and as a member of the Orange Democratic Movement. Do you feel that Edwin Sifuna has in any way spoken against anything that contradicts the ethos of the party?
No, I don't think that he has done that. On my own as Ruth Odinga, I support Edwin Sifuna in many cases of what he does. But what the party feels is a different thing, and I don't think that I'm a spokesman of the party tonight.
But as a member of the party, what do you feel about this?
But I would want to tell you that I am one of the people who never opposed his removal. So that should in itself be an answer to you. I opposed that removal of him and thought that due process and his reasons should have been brought, and also the party should have had the due process. So by me refusing and dissenting for his removal, that should be the answer you need. People.
Ruth, who is Oket Sala?
Who?
Oket Sala.
I really don't know him that well. And I am one of the people, I'm surprised that he talks and says that he knows me, he knows everybody. I think in my whole life I've met Oket Sala about 3 times, and supposedly supposed to have been my brother's friend. But I would not want to really focus on him for me. The only thing is that I feel that if at all he was my brother's friend, and or son as he calls himself, or because I don't know how it's a son, he should have been able to have the integrity that if my brother had talked to him and confided, he shouldn't be able to come out and say my brother told him that and told him this. So for me, Oket Sala is an issue but I'd like to ask him to please give us the space as a family to be a family. And also in the party, I remember that even in the NEC we did talk that Oket Sala is not supposed to be allowed to be talking on behalf of the party because he's not a party member. And the party, I'm surprised that I keep on seeing him coming out and doing what he does. And those are the things I was telling you. We've left where ODM should be. ODM should not be having all these different colors. We could not, as a party, why would we be going out in the open and saying we are embracing broad-based? Broad-based is an arrangement for government. It's not the party. So why would we have...
Before we go to the broad-based government, Ruth, Oket Sala was supposedly seen with your brother in his last moments in India. I mean, is he really that much of a stranger to you and your family?
By the way, by the time I got to India, I never saw him. I'm the one who was with my brother when he passed away. So I came when he had already left. Whether he left because he was scared of me coming, whether he was whatever, so I would not be able to tell you.
Is he related to your family? Might you have any reports, anything from your family, anyone who knows anything about him?
No, nothing. I don't know him. And I would not want to be engaged in talking about Oket Sala, because I only said that I was grateful because he was there, apparently being a friend to him. And my brother actually liked talking to young people, and that is something I really wish can be embraced again with the party, because he embraced the young people, and I also would want to. But I would not say much about Oket Sala.
That is Ruth Odinga. Let me ask you a question. Let me just pose this question for you to answer me at the comment section. According to you, as a person, do you really think that what the decision that Edwin Sifuna took was right? Let us just be realistic. Do you really think that that decision, that path that Edwin Sifuna, the path that Edwin Sifuna took as an individual, let us talk about this as an individual, the path that Edwin Sifuna took as an individual, do you really think it was right? Because if it wasn't right, then I don't think, personally, I don't think that these guys could have had problems, because how do you replace Edwin Sifuna with person me? No, let us try to reason here. You replaced Edwin Sifuna with the person me, and then you expect ODM to negotiate well with the other people for the positions. I'm wondering why right now ODM has been turned into, I don't know how to put it, but I was surprised watching ODM right now, women celebrating Karen Nyamu. Hey, kwani kumefanyikaje? Kumeendaje na ODM? ODM right now are celebrating Karen Nyamu. Like, yani yo Karen Nyamu ndio mtu ambaye sasa hivi ODM wanaona kwamba is very intelligent, they can celebrate, they can embrace, they can talk about, they can, wanaweza I really don't understand. Actually, I'm failing to understand what is happening in ODM. I'm trying to fathom over through what is happening in ODM, and I'm not getting it. I'm really not getting it right. How I wish I would get what is happening in ODM right now right, but I'm failing to understand. If I tell you that I understand, I will lie to you. Actually, nobody is understanding what is happening in ODM. Not just me as Boni. A lot of people, several people have failed to understand what is happening in ODM. Wanajaribu kupiga mahesabu, wanajaribu kujiuliza haswa ni nini ambacho kinaendelea kwenye chama cha ODM, na wanashindwa kupata. It will be very difficult because everybody watu wote wamejicompromise. Because everybody wants, if you reach a point that everybody wants to be heard, everybody wants to be known, everybody wants to be seen, that is where the problem is coming from. So Ruth Odinga is like trying to tell these people that, you know what? Yes, you removed Edwin Sifuna from this SD position. I'm not part of it. I'm a member of the NEC. That is the National Executive Committee. But I was not for the support of Edwin Sifuna. In fact, it's like she's pointing at his own brother Oburu, because all these decisions came from Oburu. Why? Because they thought that, they thought that, if we leave Edwin Sifuna to be in ODM, he will prevent us from eating, from getting what we want, or maybe from getting what we are supposed to, we deserve as a party. You understand? So I really don't know your thought, but personally I've told you. So I normally say that it's also good to listen to what you're saying, to know your thought concerning all these things, concerning all these situations and these scenarios. And the truth of the matter is that things are growing out of hand right now, and the only solution and the only thing that we can say is that let us just give them a watch. Tuangalie tu, tuwatazame, kwa sababu tusipowatazama bila shaka kuna baadhi ya mambo mengi sana ambayo yanapita, and I don't know. I really don't know. I can't say that there is something constructive that I'm going to say concerning this, because it's their own decision. It is it was their call to remove Edwin Sifuna from being the SG of ODM. You can't convince them otherwise. You can't tell them to bring him back. Edwin Sifuna himself cannot accept to go back to ODM, because he has taken his own path. Edwin Sifuna, together with this team, they've taken their own path. And I know there is a question that a lot of people are asking, nani anafund ODM, nani anafund watu. The person that is funding these people, I don't think if it matters. As long as what they're doing is right, let me just say this, that as long as what they're doing, according to them, is right, I wouldn't say that as for now we should be concentrating on who is funding them or not. Let us watch them and look at and wait and see what they're doing. If they're doing what is right, see, they are going to Kakamega. Let us wait and see. Anyway, I would like to know what you think at the comment section, fellow Kenyans, and don't forget to drop me a comment. Tell me what you think and where exactly you are watching this video from. Until we meet again, I have been your host, Bonfasawina. Bingo.